America. I'm Erick Erickson. These are the four things you need to know this afternoon. Up first, Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, let's just call him Charlie Kirk's assassin, confessed in a Discord channel, according to the FBI. What's interesting is that this Discord channel and other sites appear to show that others might have had foreknowledge of the assassination and chose not to do anything. The FBI continues to investigate what appear to be a number of social media groups that killed their accounts on the day Charlie Kirk was assassinated, accounts that appear tied to Tyler Robinson and a group of individuals, some of whom appear to be part of a violent transgender movement. Tyler Robinson is tied to this account in this Discord channel, acknowledging he was the shooter and apparently engaged with the Discord channel after, not before the assassination, though he did engage with the Discord channel ahead of time. His confession came after. Up next, the U.S. and China have reached a deal on TikTok. The president should have been enforcing the law all along, shutting down TikTok. What's notable is that the Chinese have for a long time said TikTok is a private entity that is not affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party or the Chinese government. We have plenty of data in the United States showing that TikTok has been used by the Chinese military to target both American citizens and Chinese citizens, as well as reporters, and engage in other snooping, in addition to shaping the algorithm to indoctrinate American youths against the United States and for causes such as anti-Semitism or even for China. The fact that we're now negotiating with the Chinese government over TikTok shows just how embedded TikTok is as part of a geopolitical military strategy against the United States. This agreement would apparently allow the divestment of the algorithm and database from China and allow it to come to the United States with changes to the algorithm to benefit the United States. Again, the law has said TikTok should have been shut down a long time ago, and the Trump administration chose to ignore the law. In the process, more and more Americans have been radicalized by TikTok, and it is not a coincidence that Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk's assassin, was a TikTok fan, some saying he and his transgender partner wanting to be TikTok famous. TikTok should be shut down. U.S. soybean farmers are in crisis. It's harvest season for soybeans. If you drive past soybean fields right now, you'll see many of them have soybeans in the fields not being harvested. Why? The Chinese, our largest exporter of soybeans, are boycotting American soybean farmers right now. Why? Because of the tariff situation. This is becoming an increasing crisis for farmers around the country, many of whom were paid to divert to soybeans, and they've turned soybeans into an economic crop. It's not an economic crop when people won't buy the crop, and the Chinese won't buy the American soybean crop right now. This has left the Trump administration scrambling to try to get deals with the Chinese related to soybeans and other products. The Chinese, of course, are protesting the very high burden of tariffs from the United States. There could be another farm bailout at hand with a bill coming up in Congress for the continuing resolution. We'll see, but that'll put American taxpayers on the hook to bail out soybean farmers who couldn't sell crops because of American international economic policy related to the tariffs. The whole thing's just busting through the deficit and the debt while not actually helping American farmers sell their product. Lastly, you may not hear about this in the national press, but it's still one of the most important stories of the day. New data shows crime in Washington, D.C. actually went down when Donald Trump sent in the National Guard, the FBI, and others to help. You know what the New York Times story actually is? The New York Times story is that, well, there's now a backlog of agency work for the FBI and others because they were taken off cases and put into the field to protect citizens in Washington, D.C. That's the negative spin, and that story never mentions that the new data out of Washington shows crimes are down, carjackings are down, murders are down, shoplifting is down, burglary is down, robberies are down, rapes are down, assault is down. All crimes in Washington, D.C. down by and large, not eradicated, but down significantly enough that people in Washington, even in crime-ridden neighborhoods, feel safe enough to come outside. The president's policies worked. The 30-day period is coming to an end. The measurable data shows that it worked. Even the mayor in Washington, D.C. acknowledges crime is down significantly in Washington, D.C., and that Washington, D.C. may have to rethink how it has engaged crime because of this 30-day show of force. It's just very telling the national media doesn't want to cover it. They want to cover What they say are the negative effects, which include a backlog of cases at the FBI that are going to have to be sorted through when people go back to work there instead of on the streets keeping people safe. At least they won't have murders to investigate. These are the 4 things you need to know this afternoon. I'm Erick Erickson. Please stay informed, stay engaged, and above all else, please keep the faith.
Hey, this is Dan Harris, host of the 10% Happier podcast. I'm here to tell you about a new series we're running this September on 10% Happier. The goal is to help you do your life better. The series is called Reset. It's all about hitting the reset button in many of the most crucial areas of your life. Each week, we'll tackle a topic like how to reset your nervous system, how to reset your relationships, how to reset your career. We're going to bring on top-notch scientists and world-class meditation teachers to give you deep insights and actionable advice. It's all delivered with our trademark blend of skepticism, humor, credibility, and practicality. 10% Happier is self-help for smart people. Come join the party.